The bar reeked of stale liquor and something that felt too much like shame. I tipped the glass in my hand, watching the whiskey flicker under the low lights as if it held tiny, angry suns. My phone buzzed against the counter. One message. We need to talk when you're sober. I let out a laugh. Dry, empty. Talk. As if a conversation could unwind the damage already carved into my life. The memory of him shoved its way back into my mind, the heat of his body against mine, the rush, the guilt that chased after it. A tangle of desire and regret twisted tight in my chest. I wanted to forget. God, I wanted to rewind the night and swallow every choice I made. But my phone screen glowed with proof I couldn't escape. In a haze of alcohol and self-loathing, I had spilled everything. Not in some brave confession but in a sloppy, type-ridden message. I can't lie. I cheated. Sent. Delivered. Seen. The bar noise fell away. The laughter, the music, the hum of conversation, all fading until only that illuminated rectangle in my hand mattered. My stomach sank with the realization. No apology or justification could take it back. I hadn't just slipped. I had detonated everything. And in the numb quiet of that moment, part of me began to strategize, because panic always drove me toward control. When morning came, the silence punched harder than the hangover. She wasn't there. The sunlight cut the room into gold and darkness, and my throbbing head pulsed with every mistake of the night before. Her messages stacked up like accusations. Hurt, rage, disbelief. How could you? I trusted you. Who is he? I knew that question was coming long before she typed it. Still, seeing it spelled out made my stomach twist. A spotlight on every secret I thought I'd buried. I tried to breathe, to think. This wasn't just guilt. It was betrayal ricocheting in every direction. I replayed the trip in my mind. The flirtation I told myself was harmless. The quiet thrill I chased when I thought no one would notice. Sparks I'd convinced myself I could manage. But sparks grow into flames, and flames burn everything. I needed clarity. Answers. Something to anchor myself to. I combed through messages, receipts, routes I'd walked that night. The truth wasn't only in my mind, it lived in digital footprints, in timestamps, in every careless breadcrumb we'd left behind. I reread her posts, her updates, her tagged locations. It felt like studying a coded map. Outwardly, I moved through my days as if nothing had ruptured, smiling at coworkers, sipping coffee, keeping my hand steady. Inwardly, I ran calculations, mapping the fallout, anticipating the next blow. The truth wasn't going to surface on its own. I'd have to force the moment. And it came, sharp and abrupt. Meet me tonight. I have to explain. Dinner was muted, brittle. The tension between us was almost physical, draped around the table like a thick fog. She kept glancing away, her eyes skittering like she was searching for an escape. I braced myself for whatever would come next. She tried to cover it with an easy laugh, but I saw the strain beneath it. I slid a small envelope across the table. She went still. "What's this?" she asked. I kept my voice steady. "Just the truth. Something you should have told me before I opened up to you." Inside were photos, hotel bills, timestamps, every detail of her own betrayal reflected back at her. A quiet, calculated revelation. Her hands trembled as she pulled everything out. She read. Her eyes widened, her carefully crafted poise shattered. You knew." I nodded. "I always did." She looked at me like I was a stranger, confronted not only with her lie but the manipulation she thought she'd hidden so skillfully. Everything exposed. And for the first time, the balance shifted. I didn't shout. I didn't break anything. I didn't cry. Instead, I stood and offered her the phone she'd used to monitor me. Messages, emails, the proof of her own wrongdoing. "Now you understand," I said quietly, "what it's like to be betrayed by someone you love." She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. The room was silent except for the sound of my measured breathing. I walked away, not hurried, not enraged, just composed. Each step a reminder that I was taking back my story, my choices, my closure. She stayed frozen, staring at the evidence. Her shock, her fear, her guilt seemed to hang in the air, a consequence of the precision in my calm retaliation. Weeks later, I sit alone. My thoughts are clear, no longer tangled with remorse or confusion. I think about the trip, the affair, the confession, and about her. The lessons cut clean. I can't erase what happened. I can't undo what I tolerated. But I can move on. I've learned that control is fragile, trust is risky, and revenge, when patient and intentional, hits far harder than rage. The fire of betrayal burned away my innocence. What's left is clarity, steadiness, cold resolve. I won't forgive her. I won't return to her. I'll keep moving forward, unbroken, unshaken, changed for good. Some nights, his face still flashes in my mind. His smile, the warmth that never should have been there. But it doesn't hurt anymore. It's just a memory, a fragment of a life that's no longer mine. And that is enough.